Hi, my name is Joe. I work at Performance Chevrolet in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. And I'm a pretty simple man. In fact, I live on an island on the Outer Banks with my dog Maggie. Big night for me is to get my guitar out on a Saturday night and play something like My Dog Don't Mind and sing. I'm not a very complex person. So when they came up to me and they said, Joe, we want you to do a walk around on the Chevy Volt 2013, I thought to myself, what do you want me to say? They said, make it simple. I said, I'm excited about this. When I found out that my job is contingent upon the completion of this video, I got real excited. So I want to show you the 2013 Chevy Volt. First and foremost, it is the most complex automobile ever built and technologically advanced. It's also the most misunderstood vehicle there is. And they asked me to make it simple because it's really a simple car. It's an electric car. It does have a gas generator. Similar to my house when the storms come by and, well, you know, my generator goes on in the shed so I keep doing my woodworking. Yes, it has a generator, not a gas-powered engine, and it does power and recharge the batteries. The regenerative properties on this car as far as recharging the batteries happens when the engine slows down or the car brakes. Also, the vehicle gets, on battery alone, approximately 40 miles round trip. And they say that the average commute back and forth to work is a little over 30. So you can see that not a lot of gasoline is going to be used in the car to go back and forth to work. In fact, it can get 900 miles on each gas tank for the vehicle. As far as performance, everybody thinks that electric car, what kind of performance can that have? This little baby's got 149 horsepower and 273 foot-pounds of torque. That 273 foot-pounds of torque is not at 2,500 RPM. That's at zero from start, from a dead start. That equates to 250 horsepower in a V6 engine. You will be excited about the ride and drive of this car. It's a little rocket ship. But there's other things that are just as important. Let's look at the styling. From the sloped hood, the closed-in grille for aerodynamics, as well as underneath, and around the car. It even has the aerodynamic side view mirrors. Everything about the vehicle is style and aerodynamics. All the way to the back deck lid spoiler. Everything is centered around air going around the car. And I got my cleanup guy, Travis, here doing the camera work. I'm not going to ask him to shoot under the car where you see the plastic components that are flat so the air goes smoothly underneath the car. Nothing gets trapped. Even the 17-inch alloy wheels are lighter, and they've got these Goodyear Fuel Max tires, low resistance for better fuel economy. Everything in this car is made to be a lighter weight but stronger in the steel that they make. That brings me to one issue that's very important to me. I have 2 children and my dog Maggie. The most important thing to me about a car is safety. I mean, we can talk about the fuel economy in a second, but this car has all the safety features that are mandated by the federal government. Every car in the United States does, but there's a difference. That's when the National Highway Safety and Transportation Administration start cracking them up. This is a 5-star rated car as far as safety, the highest you can get. One of the reasons is the steel that they use and the reinforcement in the doors as well as the hood, but also by design, when you build a car and you engineer it to get a 5-star safety, you have to have airbags incorporated into the steel to keep the passengers safe. And that's what this car does. It has 8 standard airbags inside the vehicle. We talked about fuel economy as far as the vehicle is concerned, about being able to go 900 miles on one tank of gas. Well, the reason why is the electric car, everyone says, well, what do you got to do to make it work? You plug it in. How do you make your dishwasher work? How do you make your vacuum cleaner work? You just plug it in at night. The beauty about it is you can use apps on your smartphone and you can get it where the electricity is the least expensive. Usually between, I'd say 11 o'clock at night and 7 o'clock in the morning, where you get reduced rates. This car runs those 38 miles on less than $2 a day for electricity costs. We talked about the styling. We talked about the fit and finish. There's nothing, absolutely nothing inexpensive about this car. From the thunk of the car door, the fit and finish, the interior, everything as far as the car exudes class. Of course, it's got all the standard features like power windows, door locks, air cruise, tilt. It also has Bluetooth. It also has the MyLink radio system that not only is going to give you the XM radio as well as AM, FM, and CD, it'll download all the music in your smartphone by genre, artist, etc. So you can play all the music that you want, hopefully country, on that radio, and from your phone, once it's stored, and you can add to it. The touch display on the radio, we're going to get to that because this is going to be a two-part series because I can only retain so much. But on the interior features, we'll get to a lot of that in part 2 of this. But as far as the radio features, imagine going down the street and pressing a button and finding out where the nearest gas station is, with the cheapest gas, and directions to get there. Which leads me to another thing. The number one thing that General Motors has that most folks don't, and that's OnStar. Not only is this equipped for OnStar, but it's complimentary for 3 years. We talked about the airbags, we talked about safety, you talk about OnStar. The sensors go off on this car, regardless if the airbags do, and OnStar is going to call 911 for you, pinpoint your location. The vehicle also has theft deterrent in that if your car does get stolen, all you do is call OnStar from your iPhone, tell them, and they can deactivate the car and locate it and get it back in one piece. That's nice. As far as the room inside, we've got the seat all the way back as far as the front seat. I'm 6 feet tall. I fit pretty darn good in this, I think. And then everybody asks, okay, what about if something goes wrong? Everybody's going to ask, what happens if something goes wrong? That's why you have a fire department and a police department. That's why GM backs this car with not only the 36 bumper-to-bumper warranty, 5-year, 100,000-mile drivetrain warranty. They give you 5 years, 100,000-mile roadside assistance, 5 years, 100,000-mile complimentary transportation if you're in service for an extended period of time. They also give you an 8-year, 100,000-mile warranty on the batteries alone. So, as far as the vehicle is concerned, they back it with the strongest warranty in the industry. We talked about the fuel economy, we talked about the safety, we talked about the performance. Now, the only real way you're going to know anything about the Volt is not by listening to what your neighbor Trevor says or what some guy at the post office says. The way you're going to find out about the Volt is you're going to come here, you're going to push the button to start it, you're going to take off from 0, and you're going to find how this car performs, as well as gets great gas mileage and runs pretty much mostly on electric power. Thank you. My name is Joe. I live and work here on the Outer Banks. I'm in Elizabeth City at Performance Chevrolet. Come see us and come see the Volt.